GM. GM. Fucking recording didn't work the first time. So, Fetch, Arbitrum, Layer AI, Space ID, and Multibridge, Mubi. I'm going to talk about 5 coins. So Fetch, I'm long from down here. I longed on this reclaim, around 55 cents. That was where I added Spot, right? Talked about this in trading analysis, the different coins I was looking at. Reclaim of that, not of the trend line, but as price had broken down, 1 leg, 2 leg, 3 leg, or 3 pushes, it then reversed, got back above and closed. That was the area for me to say, probably going to break out, allocate back into Spot, got Spot long. Then we broke out, and I added a trade. So added a long, which I cannot exactly remember where from, but I'm pretty sure it was down here. And it was around 2R. And took profit already on that, up here. That is how I trade a trend that's running away. I expect Fetch to keep grinding up like this and probably have quite a big extension soon. But the approach is get long Spot as early as possible in the trend and understand that this is, right, the start. You're probably going to then have a markup to an area. I think there's going to be one more push, right? Then it will consolidate, and then it will probably go again. And then we'll probably have that final big leg, and that would be the blow off top for Fetch. If it's going to go there, like, not saying it will, but that's the approach I would take, right? All-time high for Fetch is 120. I think it can get close to there. I don't know if it will actually get there on this exact push, but I do think this coin's moving towards the all-time highs. So that's Fetch. ARB. ARB's similar in terms of it had a false breakout, came back inside. I think ARB's quite bullish. So the approach here would be ARB has been consolidating for 5 weeks. And so I think it can have a big breakout. Many coins have been pumping, going crazy, but ARB has been chilling relatively. It's above its 200-day, faked out below it, reclaimed above it, retested it a couple of times. So I think getting allocated spot long on ARB here is a good idea for the next leg up. I say spot long, right? There's no point adding leverage because look what ARB does. So don't try and be too cute. Don't be too tight with your stops. You'll probably get swept out. And have your invalidation set, right? But I think ARB, again, once it runs, I think it can run very hard. But of course, it's definitely a frustrating coin. Layer AI, which on Bybit is still GPT. Talked about this the other day. So I got long on this flip. Just a really clean support resistance, pivot level, previous support, briefly support. Then it was resistance once. We had a false breakout. Second false breakout here. Proper breakout, retest, held, and away we go. So I'm long from around 16, 17 cents. Or it's not 16, it's whatever, 0.016. You get the idea. And it's a DWF coin. And they can go crazy whenever they start moving. There is also a pattern I want you to look into if you're interested in these DWF coins. Is that they push up to the 200 EMA, which is the turquoise line. They reject that initially. And if they hold the 200-day moving average, they then have a nice move up. Now, Layer AI or GPT is actually even stronger than that currently. But if you look at CTC, the one that pumped like crazy, credit coin, did the same thing, right? Where it pushes up first into the 200-day EMA, fails initially at it, but holds the 200-day simple moving average, and then pumps. Now, I'm not saying that everything's going to pump like that. That was a very unique situation. Space ID is the same, right? And that's why I'm long space ID. Again, just spot only on these ones. Don't give DWF your money. It's making higher highs and higher lows all the way in here. Up and rejected the 200 EMA initially, held the 200 day. So as long as it stays above the 200 day, when it gets back above that 200 EMA, I think that's when it roofs. And then multi-bridge, which actually I think I'll talk about in the next video. I had to cut 2 videos together because of the fucking bullshit. Here's multi-bridge. And I talk more about it in the next video, which will start now. I'll post 2 links, actually. So, those are the trades I have my eye on. GM. Also, keep an eye out for DeSci projects, decentralized science, which I think I talk about in this next video. Just watch the next video. I'll see you at 5 p.m. UTC. GM.